Okay, so where are we going to go from here? Where am I getting to? Well, let's go right back again to the early days, as it were. If you go around 3,500 years ago, we had a religion that appeared. Zoroastrianism. Yes, it probably died out because no one could say the name, to be honest. In fact, it didn't die out completely. In fact, there are Zoroastrists around today, but not many of them. It was a Persian religion. That was, of course, Iran today. So it's pre-Islam. It was part of the Iranian tribes, and it believed in heaven and hell, for one thing, last judgments, resurrections, and all these sort of things were borrowed by the three dogmas later on. Good and evil was very much part of the way it preached. It was also the earliest monotheist religion. It had an all-powerful god who was called Ahura Mazda. I hope I said that right, but hey. And a devil character as well called Angra Mainyu. I hope that's right as well. And it sort of had other things related to it as well. One of the most interesting things related to it was this guy Mithra. Now Mithra was in fact a man god, human god that came from the sun. It's the sun being the sun god, if you like. Now, again, this was sort of Indo-Iranian sort of area, and this appeared around about 1400 BC. Now, why are we interested in Mithra, which was, incorporated into this Zoroastrianism? Zoroastrianism, yes. You see, I'm sure it died out because of the name. However, why are we interested in this? Right. Now, the thing about good old Mithra, or Mithras, also known, he was, and I'll tell you some things about him. His birth is celebrated on the 25th of December. He had a mother called Anahita, who was a virgin. And he travelled as a teacher with 12 disciples, or companions, and he performed miracles, which is interesting. He also performed ceremonies. They had a baptism to remove sins. There's the consecration of wine, bread and water meals, confirmation ceremonies. We also find what this guy preached was heaven and hell and self-control. They also believed in the flood and immortal souls. Okay, this religion also consisted of demons, Last Supper, and the judgment and resurrection after death. Now, it had an organised church with a hierarchy, and a saviour which was human yet divine, i.e. Mithra. Okay, in the catacombs of Rome, Mithra is actually depicted in a picture that shows him being held by his virgin mother as a baby, with the Magi, as they were known, adoring him around him. So he was also died, buried in a cave. Rose again 3 days later, and his resurrection was celebrated every year in the spring. So this was what we've got from here. Anyway, Holy Day was Sunday, sun god, you know. He was supposed to be buried in a cave where he slew a sacred bull. Okay, now what am I telling you all this for? What does it matter? Well, it sounds very familiar, doesn't it? And there is a movie out there called Zeitgeist, and it does also bring up this subject. So I had a look at it, and I decided to do a little bit of research myself, and indeed these things did appear in this religion. Now, so how did it get into Christianity? These myths, these legends from this time have sneaked their way somehow into Christianity. It seems too much of a coincidence, really. Now, if we look at Constantine the Great, the Roman emperor, I'm not even drunk, I'm on tea. Anyway, the Roman Emperor, I'm not going to start again, I'm doing this. Right, Constantine the Great, he was a follower of Zoroastrianism. I think I said it right. Okay, and he also followed the drawing up of the Christian doctrines, and we do find he lived in the 4th century, the 300s as it were, and this was the time of the earliest, so the New Testament, strangely enough, the earliest known copies or recordings. Now, he decided he was going to convert to Christianity after a vision before a battle. Who said he was going to win it. Of course, he won it and then went, oh, yay, I think I'm a Christian. But he didn't actually become baptized until he was on his deathbed. So he sort of stuck to the old religion that he was brought up with in many ways. Now, another thing he did, which is very interesting, is he actually persecuted the wrong type of Christians. He actually he did allow Christianity in his country, or countries, but he had to be there to say what was right and what was wrong. He was very much had his finger on the button of how things were going to be. And as I said, he did persecute certain Christians that didn't actually go with what he thought. And I'm willing to bet that this had quite a bit to do with the drawing up of the New Testament. Again, you know, through everything I've said, everything seems to be based on mythology, passed down, memes, pub stories, urban legends, and they all do get put together as a truth. I personally have looked at this and think this Mithra guy is so close to Jesus that I can't find it in my heart or brain to say that the two aren't linked. There has to be a link there somewhere. And make your own minds up, as always. But I'm just here to say, hey, think about this. Is this possible? And I think it may well be. Anyway, for now, and I'm sorry this is 2 videos long, must have bored you to death. Poor devils. Oh, don't believe in them. Peace.